Now let me see everybody ready for an old Irish tale recorded by Patrick Kennedy in the year 1866. Do you hear?
We hear.
There was a girl by the name of Bridgette. Hey, Bridgette. Stay with me here. Hey, Bridgette.
Hi, Bridgette.
Now, Bridgette, she lived in Edenderry near Castle Carberry. And one morning early, she was going to a neighbouring well to get a pail of water. Let me see her walking there. Let me see her. When who should she see sitting in a sheltering nook under an old thorn but your man, the Lurikeen? Hey, Lurikeen.
Hi, Lurikeen.
There he was, no bigger than your thumb. Let me see your thumb. Working like a vengeance on a little old brogue, a little old shoe, only fit for the foot of a fairy like himself. He was boring the holes. Well, help me out here. He was jerking the wax ends. Let me hear it. He had on his little three-cornered cap with gold lace. Oh, let me see it there. Three-cornered cap with gold lace. Knee breeches on, a jug at his side and a pipe in his mouth. And he's so busy at his work. Let's hear it. And so busy singing an old song in the Irish that he never noticed Bridgette creeping up behind him. Let me see Bridgette creeping up. Until she grabbed him by the scruff of the neck as if he was in a vice. Let me see you make the grab. Well, the moment that she grabbed that little man, he called out and he said, "What are you doing?" And he turned his head round as well as he could. Dear, to think of such a pretty Colleen grabbing me, such a pretty girl grabbing me, as if I was robbing the hen roost. Why, the very vulgarest young ruffian in the townland could do no worse. Come, Miss Bridgette, put me down, and we'll have a talk like two respectable people. Should she be putting him down?
No.
I said, should she be putting him down?
No.
She should not. And she looks at him and she says, "Oh, Mr. Lurikeen, I don't care a wisp of borash for your politeness. It's your money I want. And I won't take eye nor hand from you till you put me in possession of a fine lob of it." Now you see, back there in Ireland, they say that every Lurikeen has a fine amount of gold. And if you catch the wee man, he'll be obliged to give you some of that gold, boy. But you have to hold tight. They say if you let go of him, even for a moment, let me see it, he'll be gone. What's more, in County Kildare, where Bridgette's from, they say not only must you hold on fast, they say you must keep both eyes upon him. Let me see your eyes upon him. They say if you look away for a moment, good, look away. They say he could disappear from your very hand. Let me see it. Well, the little man spoke back to the young maid and he said, "Money indeed. Where would a poor cobbler, a poor shoemaker like me get any money? And if you'll only let go my arms out, I'll empty my pockets, open the door of my seat. I'll give you leave to keep every halfpenny you find." Oh, he was rude. But Bridgette just looked at him and said, "Oh, Mr. Lurikeen, that won't do. My eyes, they keep going through you like darning needles till I get to gold. Now, begonias, make haste. Make haste or I'll carry you. I'll carry you head and pluck into that village, and there you'll have 30 pair of eyes upon you instead of one." And the Lurikeen said, "Woo!" Let me hear him. "Woo! Was ever a poor cobbler so circumvented? And if it was an ignorant, ugly bassoon that done it, I could understand. But you, such a dear, sweet, comely girl." Lurikeen, do not throw your compliments at me. You may take your compliments and throw them on that stream over there, I tell you. The gold. Don't take up my time with your blarney. And the Lurikeen said, "Hey, Lurikeen."
Hi,
Stay with me here. Hey, Lurikeen.
Hi, Lurikeen.
Oh, faith, blarney. Oh, well, if there's any gold to be got, it's buried under the old castle, it is. We must make a walk for it. Just put me down. We'll be on our way. Should she be putting him down?
No.
And she looks at him and she says, Put you down indeed. I know a trick worth two of that. I'll carry you instead." And the Lurikeen says, "Oh, let me hear him. Oh, let me hear him. Oh, Oh, how suspicious we are. Oh, well, can you see the castle from this? And Bridgette, she was just about lifting her eyes to where the castle stood. But she bethought herself in time. She thought in time. She did not look away from the little man. She kept both eyes upon him. And she kept him in the vice grip as well. And I must say that that little man, he seemed quite reconciled to his fate. He even laughed and joked with the young maid. That was till they reached the brow of the hill. And the wee man, he looked up over the ditch. He screeched and he shouted, you would have thought that a bugle had been blown at Bridgette's ear. And he called out, oh, murder, murder! Kasony-O'Malley is on fire! Kasony-O'Malley is on fire! And Bridgette gave a great start and she said, what? Oh, Bridgette. Poor Bridgette. There was no fire at Kasony-O'Malley. And the moment she lifted her eyes away from that little man, she missed the weight of him in her hand. And when her eyes fell back to where he stood, just a moment before, there's no more sign of him than if all that passed had been just a dream. And that's a story from County Kildare, Ireland, 1866. Thank you.